Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for some more trading. Let's get straight into the setups real quick. We can see here on the Dow yearly high low, this is the weekly time frame. Price currently trading in between the 77 and 61.8. That is our support and resistance. On the time frame, we also have resistance coming in from that 50 moving average. Price is still moving below that. We can see price did wick above that 77, then pulled all the way back below the 50, indicating that we are resisting that 77 level. But for now, trend is still down according to moving averages, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is below signal line, yet still trading in that consolidation area. So it would be nice to see price following down, and the stochastic as well following down through 38.2 for that confirmation. But for now, trend is down according to moving averages on this time frame. On the monthly high low, these are the new levels. First day of April, support coming from the 77, resistance coming from the 89. Only above the 100 level do we want to be long and aim for the 127. After that, 127 to 161. Short below 38.2, we are chasing the 11, but trend is up according to moving averages, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic trading well above the signal line, also trading above 61.8. So both these indicators are telling us that we want to be long on the daily time frame, especially if we do push above this 100 level. We have that target to aim for 127. On the weekly high low for the Dow, this is a Friday, so it is the last day of the week. Possible trigger for a short below 38.2. Open two trades, both stops at the 50. First TP on the first trade at the 23. Second trade, move stop to entry, and then second trade, take profit at the 11. Same way to the other side. Two trades above 100, candle close, break previous candle high. You take first TP at 127, stop to entry on second one. Second trade TP at the 161.8. That is an immense amount of points if we do get that trigger. But as I said, short below 38, long above the 100. Trend is down according to moving averages, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic and signal line both trading below this 38.2. On the daily high low, we are sitting in between the 23.6 and the 11. That is currently support and resistance. You can see price has pretty much been consolidating the whole morning so far. We're just going to wait for a breakout of that. Next short will be candle close below the 0. We aim for first TP at the minus 127, second TP at the minus 161, and then candle close above 61.8, break previous candle high, first TP 77, second TP, final TP at the 89, stop at the 50. Trend on the 5-minute is down at the moment, 50 above 21 above 8. But not really going to rely on this because we can see how consolidated we are. So rather going to wait for price to break up or down through some of these levels in order to get that higher high or lower high confirmation that price is indeed trending up or down. You can see stochastic is below signal line, trading below this 11. So from the stochastic side, we want to be short, but let's just wait for a break of this consolidation. ALSI is not open yet, so let's just go through US Tech. US Tech currently struggling with that resistance 61.8, also 15 moving average resistance on the yearly high low. Above the 61.8, we want to push towards the 89, but we can see what is holding us at the moment is this 15 moving average. Trend is still down according to moving averages, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is below signal line, yet same as the Dow. This 50 stochastic is still trading in this consolidation, so it would be nice to see price actually reject this area, push down, and get that stochastic follow through down through 38.2, so we can see we have enough momentum to actually chase levels according to the trend, which is down at the moment. On the monthly, we can see also similar situation. Resistance is at the 89, support is the 77. Only above the 100, we want to push towards the 127. Below 38.2, we want to push towards the 11, the 127 there above the 100. The trend is up, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic is above signal line, also trading above the 80 level. So both these indicators are telling us that we want to be long on this time frame, especially if we do push above this 100 level. We have an outstanding target then to aim for. On the weekly, came all the way down, got that trigger for a short, candle close below this 127. Break previous candle low is the trigger, so that has triggered. So far, this trade has not taken profit yet, but it is still running. Went about 114 points, currently running at about 75 points profit. So let's see TP is at this 100 level. But next trigger short will be candle close below the 100, break previous candle low. Open 2 positions, both stops in between the 127 and the 100. And we put first TP at the 77, second TP and final TP at the 61.8. No triggers for long at the moment, but we'll just see if we do come down, respect some of these lower levels. Longs will then be available above the 100. But trend is down on the hourly, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic below signal line, both trading below 38.2. On the daily high low, also same as the Dow, just been consolidating in between this 23 and 11 throughout the whole morning so far. But trend is down according to moving averages, 50 above 21 above 8. As I said previously, I would not rely on that at the moment. I'd first wait for price to break up or down through some of these levels to see the continuation, and then also to see both these indicators working in our favor. At the moment, stochastic is below signal line and trading below this 20 level. So let's see if price will break the lows of today to continue the trend down. And then on the DAX, currently sitting right in between, so we can see we are lower than 38.2. So support at the moment on the DAX is 23.6, resistance is at 38.2. The yearly high-low weekly candle, so push below this level, we have respected the 50. So initially below this 38.2, we tend to push for the 11. We'll see how that plays out. As I said, trend is still down in this time frame, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic below signal line, still in the consolidation. You can see all three of these markets that continue all the way back to the consolidation areas, waiting for the next move, the next breakouts. So let's see if we get a push below 38.2 with stochastic pushing below 38.2 as well to just get that extra confirmation to short all the way to this 11. On the monthly, resistance is the 89, support 77. Trend according to moving averages, 8 above 21 is up. We can see price is trading slightly below the 50 moving average. That is also a form of resistance that we have at the moment. If price does push up above the 50, above the 100, we want to be long and aim for the 127. Below 38.2, we want to be short and aim for the 11. They're above the 100 for the 127. We can see, as I said, support coming from the 77. That is holding at the moment. That is held previously as well. But let's see, this is new levels for the month. And hopefully we do push above 100 so we can continue the trend on the daily. On the weekly high-low for the DAX, pretty simple, went all the way back to the 50, got respected over there. Candle closed below the 38.2, but there was no break of that candle low. The price went all the way back. So now if we get a candle close above 61.8, break previous candle high, first TP at 77, final and second TP at the 89. Candle close below 38.2, break previous candle low. We take first TP at 23, second TP at the 11, and both sides stops will be around the 50. If we do hit these first targets, move to entry at the 38 or 61.8. Trend is down on the hourly, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic trading slightly above the signal line, moving its way above this 20 level, indicating that we might be going back to this 50 moving average after all. And then finally on the daily high-low, these ranges are quite nice for today, but same as the Dow and US Tech, pretty much solid consolidation throughout the whole morning. You can see we've got a couple of just clean doji stars over there. So that also means we're not really having, there's no real momentum at this moment to indicate where we are going, but let's just wait. You can see 8 is slightly above 21, above 50. So trend is up according to moving averages, but stochastic is below signal line and trading below the 61.8. So we need to wait for price to actually start breaking these highs or lows to continue the trend and then see the indicators follow with it in order to get a trigger long above 61.8 or possibly a short below the 0, aiming for first TP minus 127, final TP 161.8, and for the longs, first TP 77, final TP 89. That is it for the setups. Let's just move on to the 1-minute stories. Put my charts on the side ready. Let's have a look where our 1 minute grids will be. Look for the possible significant level. We did hit 100 over there, indicating that our high will be on today's high so far, and the lows will be around this area. There we go. So that is the low. Broken that low. No, we haven't. All right, that is currently our 1 minute grid on the Dow, side of the DAX. So the DAX highs are just going to trail, and then the lows will be the lows of this morning. All right, we have that. Let's see if we can get a possible extension fib set up on the DAX, coming from a significant low level over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can, but it's going to be very small. Yeah, that's not worth trading. Possibility of a trigger long, 33 up through 50 on both markets. Just watch out currently on the Dow. Next level of support is the 11 of the daily high low. Support on the US tech as well, 11 of the daily high low. We break the 0 on the 1 minute grid, we're just going to keep trading. Wait for that possible trigger, 33 up to 50. Going to trail the lows. Still waiting for that possible long. Let's just check the ranges on the Dow. See if we actually have enough push towards a fib level. Yeah, it's still all right. Still just waiting for the trigger. No real move of momentum at the moment. Wait for that 33 up to 50 on the DAX. We do qualify for a trend chase on the Dow, yes, but just watch out for that 11 of the daily high low. But since there's no real push of momentum at the moment in the market. We open at 8:30, so trying to go for a trend chase. So maybe we'll have to sit in that trade for a while. So stick into this gas stick at the moment, and we'll just wait. Now both qualifies for a trend chase, but to break these lows, 3 points to that 38.2. And guys, watch out for that 33 up through 50 on the Dow. 23.6 is in the way on the 1 minute grid. We want to take that. Triggered and I'm wrong. I'm going for 5 points. We took TP on that one. Let's start moving our extension fibs. Volatility is going to start picking up soon. And let's going to sign off for a second, go grab a cup of coffee. If you got that 33 up to 50 on the DAX as well, you would have gotten your 5 points by now. We're getting that 821 crossover, indicating that the 1 minute trend is up. Just going to take a look at the higher time frames for where we are. Current resistance on the Dow 5-minute is the 50 moving average. Resistance on US Tech is that 23.6 of the daily high low. 5-minute trend on US Tech is busy changing. We are starting to get that 821 crossover. We're above the 50 moving average, only resistance at 23.6. Support on the Dow is the 77 of the weekly high low. We can move this extension field on the Dow and actually see if we have enough points. So note that is still we have 5.4, we need a minimum of 10. We can start drawing an extension flip on the DAX as well. Below 38. Nope, that is still just more. 33 down 350 is valid on the Dow, not on the DAX, because you can see signal line is still below the 50 on the DAX. Signal line is above the 50 on the Dow.
You can even buy music from it.
Just going to keep trailing this extension fib to see if we have big enough of a range now below 38. You see zone moving averages are back in zone 1 above the 155 moving average. Going to keep trading this one. Here we are gaining some momentum to the upside. Resistance 77 of the 1 minute grid on the Dow. If we break this 100, we'll just continue trailing it. Five-minute trend is up on the DAX. Let me just take a clear look. We need this 5-minute candle to close to get that confirmation, because 821 and 50 is right on top of each other, and resistance at the moment for the DAX is the 61.8 of the weekly high low. So we need to take that into consideration as well. Below 38 now, it's about 5 points. It's not enough. Just wait calmly for the opening and we'll take a decision from there. Watch for 33 down to 50 on the DAX. I'm not going to take that. As I can see, we've been below this 50 moving average, first time above it, finding it as support. That is support at the moment, so I'm just going to wait out on that one. The Dow also setting up for possible 33 down to 50. Watch for the DAX 33 down to 50 if you want to take that. A half past candle. About to set up for 33 down to 50 on the DAX. Just watch out for that 50 moving average support coming in, as well as the Dow is getting close to. There we go. We've triggered on that one. So watch for that 61.8 of the 1 minute grid as support. See the ranges on the extension first are really not big enough. They're about 6.6 points. Let's see if we get a 77% retracement from 38 to 23. It's 8 points, still not enough. All right, guys, just going to continue to trail the 1 minute grids. So I see the sound was muted. As I said, we got that follow through for 33 down to 50, but price rejected and has found support on the 61.8. Let's see if the second time will be a better follow through than the first one, probably breaking down from the 50 moving average and then moving past this previous low to create that lower low and lower high situation where we can see that the trend is indeed still going down. But we can see 8 is still above 21, above 50. So trend on the 1 minute is still up. On the Dow, it's also still up. But we might get another 33 down to 50 on the DAX. But we're initially waiting for. So we're struggling with this 50 moving average as support on the DAX. Also, the Dow 5-minute trend is up and DAX is, I can't really make a judgment call on DAX because everything is still on top of each other right at that 23.6 of the daily high low. So we have to just wait. I think after opening, we'll get a better view on where the trend is. But at the moment, not really going to make a call on that trend. But you can see on 5-minute on the Dow, trend is up 8 to 8, the cross above the 21. Price is above the 50. Resistance we're looking out for is that 23.6 of daily high low, and that is about 10 points, 11 points away. So we can look at this point right here. Anything further up than this, I would firstly wait to reach that 23.6. But if we get a trend chaser opportunity, I'll take that long for 5 points because we have a 10-point range until we have our next resistance level.
Great song. I am in Toronto. It's a Tuscan.
All right, so just going to continue to trail this extension fib. $7.2 points from 38 to 50. DAX 5-minute trend is a bit weird. Price is slowly but surely making its way up. You can see this extension fib is almost as big as the 1-minute grid, so let's just put this aside for now and start looking for a new one during or a little bit after the opening. You can wait for the possibility of a trend chaser on the Dow since 5-minute trend is up, but yeah, we are break of that high. We're about 2.5 points away from the 23.6 of the daily high low, and that is a resistance level. So I would not take that buy position right now. Rather wait that one out, and we are about 10 minutes away from the opening. So let's just wait for that. Still resistance at the 89 of the 1 minute grid. Watch for possibility of a 33 down to 50 on the DAX as well as the Dow. But also keep in mind we're about 7 minutes and a couple of seconds away from opening. Five-minute trend on the DAX is also up. To break above these highs, you can put a buy stop if you want to put a trend chaser. Grab about 5 points until we break the 100. Keep in mind resistance on the DAX at the moment is the 61.8 of the weekly. That is what we are struggling with. It was 33 down to 50 on the Dow. We are getting a massive spike down the DAX to trail these highs. Waiting for the possibility of a trend chaser on the DAX. We are very close to opening. Next resistance on the DAX break of these highs were about 20, 24, 25 points away from 38.2 of daily high low. Watch at 33 down to 50 on the DAX. Keep in mind support now is the 61.8 of the weekly. 5-minute trend is up. This does qualify for a trend chaser. Watch for that 33 down to 50 triggers. About 1 minute until opening, so I'd rather avoid stochastic triggers now because we can trigger and then opening volatility can just spike back up. We've got both triggers shorts. Exactly what I was scared of. So at least we followed the gut feel with that one. Took the buy and we take profit on that. We've opened. Let's just give it opening time to do its thing. We'll start plotting possibility of a new extension fib. At 33 down to 50 again. Now we have 50 moving average on 5 minutes as support. Resistance 23 on daily. This candle closes below this high, we can put another buy stop for trend chaser. Since we have a target there up there that we can chase the 38.2 of the daily high low. We're 33 down to 50 on the Dow if you want to take that. Short on DAX. TP on the DAX. This does qualify for a trend chaser. 5-minute trend is up. Support on the DAX 23.6 of the daily. 1-minute trend is also still up, so we can put a buy stop. Now we are tanking at the moment. You see from this high, significant high, yes to low. Same on the DAX. Put a buy stop on the Dow as well for a trend chaser above these highs. It's going to keep extending this extension for guys. Let's see the range now above 61.8 to 50. About 6.3 points. Both markets are now valid for 33 up through 50 trigger longs. Next support on the Dow is the 77 of weekly. On the DAX, next support is the 155 moving average on 5 minutes, as well as the 50 of the weekly coming up as support.
Plugged in.
Structure at 33 up through 50 on the Dow. Keep in mind, we've been trading above the 50, first time finding it as resistance. So just watch out for that. We can see signal line also creating a steep downtrend with the stochastic just pushing up and then pulling back down. So I'd rather set out of that 33 up through 50. Or 33 up through 50 on the DAX as well as the Dow. Watch for resistance 61.8 of the weekly on the DAX. range is almost big enough if we get a 77% retracement for a short below the 61. I'm just going to keep trading this extension fib on the Dow to the low. Once again, it is getting quite big. I mean, the 1 minute grid isn't that big, so the range between 61 and 50, not great. It's about 4 points. The Dow really doesn't have a great range today whatsoever, but watch for possibility of a 33 up through 50 still on the DAX. That is still valid. 5 minute trend is still up on the DAX. There we go, they're triggered. Watch on the Dow as well. Have a trend chaser above these highs. About 89% retracement, so below 61.8. Have a bounce. That's 9.6 points. Let's see. Took the buy. Taking for 5 points. That was below the 11. Okay, it got immediately obliterated and stopped out on the room, but it's fine. These candles are pretty quick still, guys. Watch out. And there we just keep going. Breaking above these highs, we're just going to continue to trail everything. I think we found the lows of the opening ranges on both. Kind of trail these highs. Also, the possibility of a 33 down to 50 on both these markers. Both of them, the signal line is trading above the 61.8. Looks like the DAX is going to trigger first with that 33 down to 50. Might be the highs of the opening. I'll show at 33. It's short on the DAX. Using the 5 points. Keep TP on that. Waiting for the Dow. The Dow still doesn't have the best of ranges at the moment. A minute and a half to go for half past candle. Gonna get my opening ranges on the side ready. support coming from that 50 moving average on the 1 minute for the Dow. Because I'm just fixing my opening range levels on the side. Okay, that is sorted. Just plot our extension fibs of 61. It's not enough, 4.5, above 61 on the DAX. That is about 8 points. That is not bad. We're getting there. Just need to go down a little bit more and we'll have the range. $33 up to 50 on DAX. It's valid. Signal line is trading below the 50. Support on the DAX 500 is the 50 moving average, as well as next support on the Dow is that 38.2 of opening range and 77 of weekly high low. calculate buy stop above 61.8. Five-minute trend might change on the Dow and the DAX. We need this 5-minute candle to close to confirm that. Which are possible tricky shorts on the Dow opening range. What's the possibility of a 33 stochastic up to 50 long on both? But I have my buy stop on the DAX above 61.8 for the 5 points. That range is bigger than 10 points. Watch out for that trigger long. All right, so if you just take a look, you can see 5-minute trend isn't really confirmed yet to the downside. We need to wait for this 5-minute candle to get that on the Dow. It is busy changing, but we need a close of this candle to get that crossover confirmation. Also on the Dow, resistance is the 50 of the opening range, support at 38.2, same on the DAX. Possibility of a 33 up 350 will be a valid trigger long.
That's not cheap. It's been awesome.
You can see resistance still coming from 38.2 of the 1-minute grid on the Dow, sorry, on the DAX. Resistance 50 of the 1-minute grid on Dow. Support on the DAX also 89 zone moving average on the 5-minute.
It's like, it's hard to get wise. It's like, not with head like goes into point.
Support on the DAX is 23.6 of the daily. 15 minutes to go for 10 o'clock. See if that buy stop's going to be triggered. We got that 33 up to 50 on the Dow as well. See if there's any follow through on that. Watch for that buy stop trigger on DAX. above that 61.8 of the 1 minute grid. We just have 50 moving average on 1 minute in our way. Just moving to the side at the moment, resistance on the DAX 61 of weekly. See if that buy stop on the DAX will trigger. Hasn't taken the buy stop yet, they took. TP at 38 TP. Watch the possibility of a 33 stochastic up to 50 trigger long as well. About 9 minutes to go for 10 o'clock. Watch on the DAX resistance is that 50 of opening range at the moment. The 5 minute trend is still up. 5 minute trend on the Dow is also still up. I'm not going to put a trend chase at these highs because that is the high of opening range. First, want to get a trigger for a long on there before we do that. Still last 5-minute candle before 10 o'clock. $33 down to 50 is a valid trigger short on the down, not on the DAX. If you don't have to loosen your core or something. I got about 3 minutes to go. I think I'm going to call it there. Not going to look for any more triggers. Just watch out if you're deciding to trade until 10 o'clock. There's a 33 down to 50 possible trigger setting up, as well as there's 33 up through 50 is also still valid. Was a good session, good and profitable session. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back this afternoon. Cheers.